Good evening. This is the Lion of Legend, and welcome to Reflection. We're starting off with a content warning here, as this game contains strong language, descriptions of gore and murder, suicide, and drug use. This game is intended for players aged 18 years or older. I'm over the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised. If the topic of suicide is difficult for you, or if you are struggling with your mental health, you may not have a safe experience playing this game. Well, if you're viewing this, you have been warned. Please proceed with caution. Wow. I don't think I've actually gone or started a game that just gave me that warning right off the bat to that level of detail. So, this could be quite the ride. Let's see here. The sweet smoke of the dying candle dances through the room, enveloping my senses. A small distraction as the dark world behind my eyes descends. Okay, deep breaths. Visualize. Feel the room. Time passes, though how much I'm unsure. The tendrils of my memory reach out, shaping the darkness, giving it life. Come on, focus. It worked? I sigh, repeating the descriptions my friends had made of me before. You're insane. Certifiably crazy. Giving my head a shake, I continue. Here we go. The first rule. Contemplate your decision to visit. Well, I'm a curious person. Maybe a simple answer isn't enough. I'm studying folklore and I love the occult. I'm working on my master's. And yesterday, I noticed just how empty my apartment is. It doesn't feel like it's mine yet. I moved from shared housing and finally have my own space. I was excited at first. No roommates, no parties, no drama. But aside from a bed and a table, I didn't bring furniture. Not even a mirror. So I walked into an antique store when I saw an old mirror in the window, and I bought it. When I tore off the paper the clerk had wrapped it in, I saw writing on the back of the frame, carved into the wood. The rules. When online searches and the school archives turned up blank, I knew I had to play. Ouija boards, pendulums, tarot cards, I've tried them all. If it's an occult practice, I've studied it. Rituals especially. Alright, covered rule 1. The second rule. Give her permission to borrow your voice, but nothing else. I continue without hesitation. You may borrow my voice. There's no reply. Rule 3. Let go until she arrives. I loosen my grip and allow my mind to wander. Hair raises as my flesh screams below, begging me to turn back. I love the sensation. Review the rules while you wait. I recite them in the stillness of the void. Allow her to speak first. Ask if you've met before. Speak quietly. Say goodbye. Don't open your eyes. Don't accept any deals. Never break the mirror. Never visit twice. Never scream. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. These rules reek of childish plotting. Something shifts. My nails dig into the vanity, nearly cracking. The sensation of breath on my neck is familiar. The pattern unmistakably human. As the air traces my skin, I feel an echo in my bones. It's cold. Freezing. She's here. Her presence. It's how I've imagined the spirit world to be. Back to back with our own, felt and heard, but unseen. Ivy. My heart shudders. I knew she'd borrow my voice, but that's fucking weird. I clear my throat. Hell, the rule jumps to my mind, and I rush to correct myself. Have we met? Yes. A gasp escapes me. It's not a scream. It doesn't count. I know what it's like to try to scream. How did she? But I didn't when the girls first came for me. I ran to my father instead. He opened the door when they brought the rope. He didn't want a troublesome daughter. A girl who reeked of vanity. A sinner, a little witch. They were jealous girls. Even when I hung from the tree, my hair fell in perfect ringlets and glistened in the sunlight. They didn't stay to watch me die. You see, they didn't drop me from the branch. They lowered me. It was slow and boring. They hanged me from a willow on the edge of the lake. I used to admire my reflection on that riverbank. But that day, I swung in the breeze and watched my feet dangle above the water's edge. I saw my eyes bulge, and my tongue begged to leave my throat. I wasn't pretty anymore. Just like Father said, cursed is everyone that hangeth on a tree. I was trapped there, even after the warmth had left my body. The pain didn't end. I wondered if that was death. If I would feel my body pull at my neck like a rotten anchor until it finally gave way and left my skull behind. I wondered if I'd be buried beside my mother and feel her decay next to me. The sun set and no one came. I swayed there through the night, but when dawn broke and the morning light shone on my corpse, I slipped away. I fell into the stream and lingered there for a time. It washed away the pain, but that putrid anger remained. Now I visit girls like me, the ones who watch themselves die slowly. My throat tightens. I'm not like you. Goosebumps trace my spine as she laughs. Do you remember the bridge? Those girls were just like the ones that tied the noose. They wanted to watch a pretty girl die, and you wanted to make them smile. You thought they were your friends. My nails dig under the skin of my palm. We're gonna save here. Goodbye. I want out. Goodbye. You're afraid because you remember. I was in the river when you jumped, just beneath the surface, waiting with arms outstretched. Our eyes met as you plunged below. We met again shortly afterward. I glanced at you from the bottom of a bottle. You took those pills from a stranger's hand and dropped them on your tongue. You felt pretty when you did that. I watched you drown them in liquor. Now you're here, ready to die. No. What did those girls call you? Daredevil, thrill seeker, junkie. Suicidal. They weren't wrong. The things you did to make them laugh, to make them like you. You knew what it could cost. And every time you survived that plunge, you climbed higher. Always searching for happiness in others when you can't scratch the surface of your own. You're a parasite. I shake my head. I wasn't trying to kill myself. Don't lie. I've been watching. Every risk. That jump. Those pills. Summoning her. I did it willingly. I liked it. You just need to bring the rope. Trust me, you'll love the feeling. It's better than every brush with death. Give me your hands. I'll do it for you. The rules. Give her nothing else. I won't let you. Don't be scared. It's fast, like cliff jumping. Give me your eyes. No. Maybe I was wrong. You're not ready, but I want you to stay. The sweet crash of glass shatters my focus. My hand trembles as I reach out, refusing to open my eyes. To my relief, the mirror remains intact. As I lower my hand, I feel it. A braided necklace, tightening. So pretty. I have a gift for you. Let me get the clasp. Please, I won't visit again. The noose tears into my soft flesh with a burning touch. I can't breathe. I'm going to die. Oh, sweet Ivy. I promise you will. I know you. The next time you visit, you'll give me your hands willingly. We'll jump together. But for now, goodbye. The rope slips away. She's gone. Goodbye. Oh, jeez. Well, let's see what happens if we tell this so-called spirit or whatever to fuck off. Fuck you. It was a dare. I feel her razor-sharp smile grow. You're afraid because you remember. I was in the river when you jumped. Okay, so it looks like either way, this was going to go the same route, regardless of our decision. That being said, that was a pretty deep story about, well, Ivy clearly almost committing suicide there. Look, I can't relate to something like this, so I want to make sure I don't speak out of line or anything, of course, but I'm not sure if, say, the quote-unquote spirit in the mirror, I mean, I feel like that may have not been an actual, what I'm calling a spirit, not an actual spirit, but more so just her thoughts aggressively coming into fruition, if you will. And I feel like that's being stated more, not just through the conversation that's going on with the mirror per se, but also when the mirror was calling back to Ivy and saying, remember this time and that time, like with the river and the bottle, saying, I was there too. I was also there. And I guess this is Ivy kind of just realizing everything that she's been doing, especially when you consider that she was doing some of these things to feel good, feel some sort of acceptance, like when it said that the pill taking made her feel pretty, or that she was doing these things for her so-called friends who were not really her friends, etc., etc. So it really feels like, I don't know if it seems like whatever was carved into the mirror was probably more of a prank, and this was Ivy really confronting herself, if you will. She's looking at herself in the mirror, quite literally. So that's my interpretation. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. I understand that this is a pretty touchy subject, so I want to make sure that I don't speak out of turn or speak out of line here. But that being said, at the end of the day, I was very tuned into this story. I definitely enjoyed the music, the way that it engages with the reader. Because if you think about it, there's not a lot of animation or various CGs going on. Like, there's not like a lot. You're really just in one spot this entire time. But the visual novel's utilization of the music, the ambience, the way that the camera is zooming in and out, and you can see like the changes in Ivy's face, her eyes, things like that. While there may not have been a lot of assets utilized in this visual novel, I still think it did a very good job at executing the point and getting a story to its readers. That being said, if you are viewing this and you have gotten to this point, I would love to hear what your thoughts about this visual novel are. So please let me know in the comments if you do so, please. That also being said, if you did like this video, go ahead and leave it a like. Well, leave a comment, share the video, perhaps even subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. So have a good night.